Hi guys, Nomis here. Welcome back to Nomishavn, a fictional Scandinavian city-state. I'm building in Cities Skylines 1. We are now at episode number 39. Today I'll be building a neighborhood and a waterfront park across the river from Bjorgvin on the island district of Christiania. This is the same island as the central business district sits on, if you follow the series, but on the opposite side from there. Before getting started on the main builds, I want to do some reworks on this bridge that I built ages ago now. I didn't give it a name last time, I think, but I decided that this will be known as the Christiania Bridge, as it was the first road connection directly to Christiania from Bjorgvin. When I built this bridge, I put a separate bike bridge next to it, but I decided to remove it and make it part of the road and rail bridge on a third upper level. What I do is just simply put the bike part above the road part of the bridge without pillars. Then I use the newer subway pillars to support it on top of the bridge, which I think works really well. This video is quite a bit longer than most of my videos. I think the build took about 13 hours in total, which isn't the longest build I've done, but I struggled to get it much shorter without cutting some important things. I'm curious to know what your thoughts about the length is. Is it long, or do you enjoy the long videos? Anyways, let's get back to the contents of the video. The first proper build of the episode is something I've done a few times before, a custom metro station. Christiania Bridge Station was completed in the 1930s, together with the construction of the Christiania Bridge. This solved a big gap which had become a problem in the transit system of Nomishavn. Before the station there was metro lines on both sides of the river, but they would have to get across on the ferry after making it to the waterfront, which had much lower capacity and was much slower as well. But as the bridge was built with metro tracks on the lower deck, some lines were combined, and nowadays there are two lines coming from Bjorgvin station that stop here before it splits apart. Because the area was very developed already, the station had to be very space efficient, and it was built directly under the overpass that led onto the bridge. A lot of designs from Bjorgvin station also inspired the look of Christiania Bridge metro station. I should probably talk a little about how I built it as well. There was already tracks here, so all I had to do was upgrade this segment to station tracks and then flatten it out. I could of course have built it on a slight slope, but I've done that before and I'm not doing it again. For the details I use the intersection marking tools, as I always do, putting in platforms, the retaining walls and other props on the platforms. I create some gaps on the platform to fit in some stairs to get onto the platform, and then I enclose them with fences, just for safety. Otherwise I use a little PO to get some custom signs for the station. For now I'll just turn up the music and I will be back to talk a little more about the next part of this build later.
Riding the rails, summer nights, city to city under starlit lights. Backpacks and dreams on this endless ride in the heart of Europe where our worlds collide. Caught your eyes in a Paris cafe, the start of a journey love found its way. Whispers and laughter in the moon's embrace. Through the train windows I see your face. All in love, on an interrail dream. Across the continent, flow like a stream. From the mountains to the seas, under skies so blue. Every step we take, I fall more for you. Through the night, dancing till dawn. Amsterdam canals, where we float along. Rome's ancient streets, hand in hand. Barcelona's beaches and the salt warm sand. Vienna's elegance with your smile so bright. Through the Alps and beyond, our hearts take flight. Stockholm sunsets paint the skies. Each new city, a new love's rise. Fall in love on an interrail dream. Across the continent, flow like a stream. From the mountains to the seas, under skies so blue. Every step we take, I fall more for you. On the way, our symphony, notes of romance, our sweet melody. Copenhagen's charm, with your laughter's glow. Lisbon's hills, where the love winds blow. Clouds cobblestone, beneath our feet. In Budapest, our hearts skip a beat. Here every station, every train, our love story grows in the summer's refrain. Fall in love on an interrail dream. Across the continent, flow like a stream. From the mountains to the seas, on the sky so blue. Every step we take, I fall more for you. From the northern lights to the Mediterranean blue. In the journey of summer I found you. Switzerland's beach, reaching so high. In Europe's beauty, we touch the sky. Every sunset, every dawn, our love's journey keeps moving on. In the rhythm of the rail, our hearts align. In this interral summer, you're forever mine. Now the journey's end, but love's here to stay. Memories of summer won't fade away. Through every adventure, every twist and turn, in the flames of our hearts, our love will burn. From the first glance in Paris to the last goodbye, our interrail romance reaching the sky. In the songs of the rails, our love's refrain. In the echoes of Europe, we'll meet again. Fall in love on an interrail dream. Across the continent, flow like a stream. From the mountains to the seas, under skies so blue. Every step we take, I fall more for you. As the change of hearts and the summer fades, our love remains through the night and days. In the heart of Europe, where our journey began, forever in love, hand in hand. As the change of hearts and the summer fades, our love remains through the night and days. In the heart of Europe, where our journey began, forever in love, hand in hand.
With the station built, I'll work a little on the networks around the area, and also decorate the elevated tracks going out of the station and into other parts of Christiania. I'll be using some bridge retaining walls that I also used on Bjorgvin station, and enclosing the tracks with them using IMT. And then wherever there is a road cutting through, I create gaps by pulling the walls away and close the holes with the PO cube and a brick texture that I try to get pretty close in color. For the areas around the station on both sides of the bridge, I want to just cover them in cobblestone, both on the road and sidewalks, so I get started on that a little here. Since there is cool bridge here, I wanted to take some real life inspiration and try to get one street that perfectly aligns to get a view like the famous one in the neighborhood called Dumbo in Brooklyn, New York. I'll put up a picture for reference and you'll see how it looks in the end during the cinematics. As this is right across the river from Bjorgvin, it was one of the first heavily urbanized neighborhoods of Christiania. It's kind of a transition and will use a lot of Baroque architecture mixed in with a little newer architecture that will be more dominant throughout Christiania. While Bjorgvin had a lot of these charming old wooden houses, Christiania will have more big masonry buildings, both from the Baroque style and also more architecture that will be more akin to the 1800s and 1900s for the most part, to signify that this is a quite historic part of the city, but still not quite as old as Bjorgvin.
In the city late at night, I find my rhythm, set it right. Rico might bring the light, flopping buildings, what a sight. Move it, shift and make it flow. Watch the sky and start to glow. From the ground to high above, crafting cities, feel the love. Feel the love. Crafting cities, feel the love. Each block of canvas, dreams unfold. Skyscrapers rise, stories told. Precision moves with just a touch, creating worlds, oh so much. Move it, shift and make it flow. Watch the sky and start to glow. From the ground to high above, crafting cities, feel the love.
I put down this nice classical fire station here that has this arch in the middle of it. And it was perfect for detailing up a little backyard where the fire trucks also would be parked, so that they can drive straight through the arch whenever they need to go extinguish a fire. Some ivy on the walls, a few benches and planters, just so the firemen have a nice place to sit outside on breaks.
Green pots and towers grand, metropolis in my command. Every street and avenue, designed with care just for you. Move it, shift and make it flow. Watch the sky and start to glow. From the ground to high above, crafting cities, feel the love. Night turns to day, my city's alive. Bustling streets, it starts to thrive. Recall modern, move it to build creating worlds night and day. With every pop and move so sweet, my city symphony's metropolis at my command. Every street and avenue designed with care just for you. Night turns to day, my city's alive. Bustling streets, it starts to thrive. Reclaim on and move it to a builder's dream coming true.
The neighborhood around the bridge is not only a dense residential one, but also has lots of commercial activity on the first floors of buildings, like many places in Nomishavn. So as I've done many times before, I'll merge in a lot of different shops and restaurants. I try to focus the restaurants and bars on the pedestrian streets, where I also will fill up with lots of outdoor seating, and have more shops on the streets where cars are allowed. Something I see around central parts of Oslo where I live is that a lot of streets don't have any normal street lights, but instead lamps that are suspended from wires and fastened onto the buildings on both sides of the street. I really like this design as it creates a much more open feeling down on street level without the street light poles everywhere, and I want to use this design where I can around this district. Some streets I use IMT to put hanging lamps, but I also use these procedural wires that I can adjust with PO and create my own hanging street lights when combining them with some hanging lamp props. And I'll use this where the streets are a bit narrow so that the wires on the bigger lamps would just poke through the buildings if I try to put them in. I also put in a small police station, merged together with all of the wall-to-wall residential buildings, and felt it made sense to make it a little backyard area, like I did with the fire station. This would also be a spot to park the police vehicles, as well as being a nice spot for the employees to sit outside on their breaks. The building doesn't have a gap, so I just put in a gate prop where I made a gap between the station and another building on the side. This building is modeled after a real hotel, I'm pretty sure, and that is how I want to use it as well. The architecture for it really blends well in the area, and I think it makes perfect sense to have a nice hotel in this area. I'll detail it up a little using Bob to add a hotel sign and some old restaurant signs, and then add some outdoor seating right in front, which I imagine is for the restaurant inside the hotel. And to make it function as a hotel, I merge a block service cube with hotels inside it. Then I make sure to fill some of its bands for shopping and sightseeing nearby. And I also add some lesser commercial block services on the side entrances just to mimic that there is a restaurant inside the hotel. There was a few blank walls sitting empty, so of course I had to add some murals to liven up the area. This is an artistic city after all. Here I just added a more direct connection for the bike path on the bridge into this area, so that it's a lot more convenient for people here who bike around. Christiania Bridge Park is one of the older parks in Christiania, and it's a popular place to just have a walk or sit down in the grass. It also has a few sports parks. I built this because I wanted to have some green space along the water. First I just put in this quay wall that lines the street, and break it up where I'll put some stairs to get down to the park. For this park I wanted to be mostly natural and not too overdone. There's some nice open grass areas with sparse but big trees and some paths. With a dedicated bike path all along the park, it's a nice and convenient route if you're biking past this area.
By the bay where dreams take flight, we're building something new tonight. Promenade with the street above, a place to walk, a place to love. Come on down to the waterfront park, where the city lights glow after dark. Passing parts where memories start. Find your joy, open up your heart. Rocky beach where the waves do dance. Open green where the kids take a chance. Big trees shade the winding trails. Beneath the sky where love prevails. Come on down to the waterfront park, where the city lights glow after dark. Passing parks where memories start. Find your joy, open up your heart. Come on down to the waterfront park, where the city lights glow after dark. Passing parks where memories start. Find your joy, open up your heart. Rocky beach where the waves do dance. Open green where the kids take a chance. Big trees shade the winding trails. Beneath the sky where love prevails. Come on down to the waterfront park, where the city lights glow after dark. Passing parks where memories start. Find your joy, open up your heart. Come on down to the waterfront park, where the city lights glow after dark. Passing parks where memories start. Find play all day. Benches line the scenic bay. Old ferry town and old town restaurant bright. Dining by the water feels just right. Come on down to the waterfront park, where the city lights glow after dark. Paths and parks where memories start. Find your joy, open up your heart. With each step a story unfolds. In this park where life is born. From dawn to dusk we laugh and play. Waterfront dreams in the light of day. Come on down to the waterfront park, where the city lights glow after dark. Paths and parks where memories start. Find your joy, open up your heart. With each step a story unfolds. Building dreams come what may. In the park where our hearts unite. A waterfront wonder, pure delight.
Earlier I mentioned that there used to be a ferry crossing the river here, and the building I put down here is what would have been the old ferry terminal. The ferry line was closed in 1940s, after it barely got any use anymore, after the metro lines were connected across the river with a new bridge. For years the terminal building sat abandoned, but was bought by a businessman eventually, who wanted to turn it into a waterfront restaurant. It was protected as a historical building, so we had to agree to keep the exterior the same. This beach is pretty inspired by Pebble Beach in Brooklyn, New York, and it's quite fitting to have a similar beach in Nomishavn, as Scandinavia has a lot of rocky beaches. To make the detailing quicker, I just put a lot of the river rocks from Runneck 69 into a park asset in the asset editor. I'll also add some moss and overgrowth around to give it a more natural look. I don't imagine people would go swimming here with all the heavy ship traffic nearby. But with nice weather, many people would probably be tanning and hanging out at the beach, so I'm adding a few props to show that. And of course adding some park people generators to get some activity down at the beach. Well, this building is super nice. It's quite bare on the outside. So I add a lot of different tables, chairs and lights using Bob. To get some activity, I line it with invisible pots and some park people generators, as well as putting some leisure commercial block service cubes into some doors on the building. I think I've mentioned it before, but I just love making detailed places like this functional, using tricks like this. It always looks better with people walking around. The final part of this park is adding this pier. I have a few different piers from the same collection by Ronix69, I believe, that I line up and create some space between. And then I connect them together with the pier path networks. I really like how this creates this bigger connected pier with different parts. So that's it for today's build. Really hope you enjoyed it if you made it this far. As always, I would really appreciate likes, comments and a subscribe if you haven't done so already. It will really help me grow the channel. I do have a Patreon now as well, in case you wish to support me further. Anyways, until next time, have a great rest of your day and stay tuned for some cinematics.
In the heart of Scandinavia, by the northern sea, lies a port so grand and ancient, where history runs free. Nomishavn, a city old, with wooden houses fair, cobblestones beneath our feet, and harbors rich and rare. Oh, Nomishavn, where past and present meet, with bustling markets, lively bars, and music in the street. From old town charm to skyscrapers so tall, in Nomishavn there's magic for us all. The market's hum with vibrant life, where traders shout their wares. Fresh fish and Nordic crafts abound, the spirit of the fairs. In cozy bars and nightclubs bright, the night is always young, with laughter, dance, and songs of joy, our hearts are warmly sung. Oh, Nomishavn, where past and present meet, with bustling markets, lively bars, and music in the street. From old town charm to skyscrapers so tall, in Nomishavn there's magic for us all. Exceptional restaurants, with flavors rich and fine, from seafood fresh to Nordic feasts, a culinary shrine. By day the city's modern face, with trains that smoothly glide through parks and woods, where nature's grace and urban worlds collide. Oh, Nomishavn, where past and present meet, with bustling markets, lively bars, and music in the street. From old town charm to skyscrapers so tall, in Nomishavn there's magic for us all. The old town tells its stories of sailors and of kings, with every creak of wooden beams, the past within us sings. Yeah, just beyond the skyline soars, where future dreams take flight. In Nomishavn, the old and new dance together day and night. Oh, Nomishavn, where past and present meet, with bustling markets, lively bars, and music in the street. From old town charm to skyscrapers so tall, in Nomishavn there's magic for us all. Surrounded by the beauty of forests deep and wide, the fjords and fields of Nomishavn, where peace and wonder bide. A haven in the north it stands, a jewel by the sea. Nomishavn, a timeless place, forever wild and free. Oh, Nomishavn, where past and present meet, bustling markets, lively bars, and music in the street. From old town charm to skyscrapers so tall, in Nomishavn there's magic for us all. So come ye travelers one and all to Nomishavn so grand, where history, modernity. So come ye travelers one and all to Nomishavn and so grand, where history, modernity.